you've been
Sure.
on the team for years. You've had incredible sections and clips in a lot of their videos. What's been like of all the Fiend trips that you've been on? What was your favorite? And yeah, let's just talk about the trips for now.
First two that come to mind are international ones. We went to Barcelona in, I want to say 2019, 2018, 2019. And
Yeah,
then we just went to France recently as well. We went to Paris and Lyon. And yeah,
yeah.
those are the
The
first two
the
that come to
Leon
mind.
video was so good.
Hell yeah.
I love
But
that
yeah,
one
international travel is unlike anything else, especially when you got a cool group of homies and have a
for
bunch of
real.
people out there just getting after it every day in the streets.
Who showed you guys around when you were in France?
Um, there was a few different people. I honestly can't remember. And I don't know. It's cool being on trips with Gary. He's the type of guy who, even if people are trying to show him spots, he'd rather just go out and find them himself.
Nice.
So yeah, there's times on trips where we've gotten done riding and he'll drop us off at like 11 at the crib and literally just go out and drive all night and find a ton of spots. And the next day he's like, all right, I found all this shit, and there's a whole list of spots in his
Damn,
phone.
Garrett, that's sick.
Incredible.
That's
Yeah, it's a side of it that not many people see. I think he's one of
yeah,
the
for
most,
real.
dedicated to finding spots and just dedicated to BMX in general, and it
S-
shows.
Straight up professional. Um, yeah, what's it like? Is he the like what's it? He owns Fiend, yes, and
Yeah, I believe he's a co-owner.
acting team manager, yes. I don't know
Pretty
what.
much.
Yeah, just kind of does it all.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any one person that has, that title or anything, but yeah, him and Tony are the ones dealing with the team.
He's just keeping it like the feel of a group of homies, which is super sick. And so that's why I was bringing up earlier, like, do you click with the crew? You know, like that's more important than if you're really good. Can you kick it with all the guys on a trip? Um, it sounds like
Yeah,
you can.
yeah, I have a lot of fun with them, but I think it was definitely hard on them in the beginning because when they first got introduced to me, I was probably like 16, 17. Like I didn't know how to talk to people, especially like older men who
Yeah,
I
for real.
admire and respect. And I
Yeah,
was just quiet in general, don't have much to say.
yeah.
So I think it was hard on them because they probably didn't just like couldn't
There's
pick my brains enough to figure out what's going on. But
yeah, there's like who's this
yeah,
awkward quiet kid who can do all the tricks?
I don't know. Just go find a spot, let him go. But don't know what else to
just
do with
point
this kid.
just point the camera at him, man. He does it. He does some good shit, and then he plays with this kendama. Um, yeah, I can relate. The being young and being on a trip with the older dudes is intimidating. And then I remember my first trip to the OSS house when I was like 20. I still felt 18 or 17 in my head, and I was real quiet and so awkward. And Adam actually called me out on it, like, Kanode, will you fucking talk? Get off your phone. And I'm like, I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
I'm so scared. But yeah, I don't think it took long for me to break out of my shell. But it
That's
was
dope.
definitely probably hard on them in the beginning,
It's
which is
kind of
fun.
wild to think about being 16 years old and getting hooked up and being on Fiend and going with your heroes around the world or just even on a local trip is kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty surreal.
international trips is your favorite. Those are good. How about a specific moment, a clip that you had to work for that you were stoked on that like comes to mind immediately? What's the the best shit that you've what's your favorite clip that you've gotten for Fiend so far?
Hmm. To be honest, I'd say like probably 80% of the stuff I film for Fiend is still on Tony's computer. Uh, we're sitting on stuff that's at least 4 or 5 years old at this point.
I'm so
And
excited for that. I heard that
I
there's a
honestly
Fiend
can't
video
even.
coming out.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Might have to wait another 3 years. Uh, no, I'm just playing. Um, but yeah,
Hi,
it's hard to
Tony.
say. Most of it is all stuff that is yet to be put out. But I don't know. There's one that comes to mind, I guess, and it's just Spain footage probably. I just love the atmosphere of Europe footage. And
Yeah.
there was one spot or one clip where I did like a rail that went down flat and down again, and then went down flat, and then did double bar spin down like
Oh
an eight
yeah.
stair to flat.
Yeah.
And
I remember that clip.
I don't know. It's the first thing that comes to mind. Just super cool being in Spain. There's like little kids all around the spot yelling, and there's crowds of people out watching. We had like Simone showing around us that day, and I
Sick.
don't know. It's just such a cool time.
Reached the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip. If you want to support me and the podcast, just subscribe, and share the show with your friends. The full episode is in the description, so if you haven't, go check that out. It's also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you listen to podcasts. And the goal is just to grow. So if you could share the show with your BMX homies, that'd be dope. If anybody that you know that is a BMX nerd and would enjoy this podcast, do me that favor, and we'll keep all these clips coming and one episode every week. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.